So welcome back students once again to the online lectures of design of steel structures. So in this session again we are going to calculate going to learn how to calculate the shape factor for another type of cross section. So in the last session we have solved the problems regarding the shape factor for triangular section. Okay, so in this session we are going to solve the example for I section, symmetrical I section, and in this we have to find out the shape factor and the fully plastic moment, that is we have to find out what is S and what is MP. What is S, that is shape factor, and plastic moment MP. So we have the symmetrical I section here. So for the flange size is 200 mm by 20 mm and the web thickness is 10 mm. Okay, it is a symmetrical I section. Top flange, bottom flange we have 200 mm by 20 mm and the thickness of web is 10 mm, and the height of the section is, the total height of the section is 250 mm. Okay, so we'll start with the solution now. And also they are given as the yield stress, the value of yield stress as 252 Newton per mm square. The value of yield stress as 252 Newton per mm square. Okay. So we'll start with the this thing. So first of all, shape factor. So that is shape factor S is equal to ZP by ZE. Shape factor S is equal to ZP by ZE. So where ZE is equal to again I by Y max. ZE is equal to I by Y max. So here again I is equal to, so that is 200 into 250 cube by 12 minus 190 into 210 cube by 12. So we'll get this, the value of I as 1137 8.42 into 10 raised to 4 m raised to 4. Okay, so that is 200 into 250 cube by 12. So that is 200 into 250 cube by 12 minus again 190. So that is 200 minus 10 is 190 cube divided by this 190, that is B is 190, 200 minus 10, B is 190, and this is 210, 250 minus 40 on both the sides, so 210. So that is 190 into 210 cube by 12. So we'll get this value as, the value of I as 11378.42 into 10 raised to 4 mm raised to 4. Okay, and one more, phi is equal to directly d by 2, so that is 250 divided by 2. So we'll get this as 125 mm. Okay, 125 mm. Why it is directly d by 2? Because it is a symmetrical I section, so obviously it is divided into center, so that's why it is, the location of neutral axis is directly d by 2, so that is 250 by 2. Okay, So therefore Z is equal to I/Y. So I is 11378.42 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 125. We get this value as 910.273 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. 910.273 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. So that is ZE. Okay. So now we have divided this cross section in equally two parts with respect to equal area axis. Okay. So as our section is symmetrical about horizontal axis, so the equal area axis and the neutral axis both coincides, and even the part, that is upper part, the part above the equal area axis and part below the equal area axis both coincides. Okay, so that is, see, y1 bar actually it's a part for above equal area axis, y2 for part below equal area axis. Okay, so but both are same, so we have taken y1 bar and y2 bar at same location in the part above equal area axis. Okay, so here again we know that ZP is equal to A by 2 y1 bar plus y2 bar. ZP is equal to A y1 bar plus y2 bar. Okay, so where A is equal to 200 into 20, 200 into 20 into 2 plus 210 into 10, that is 200 into 20, 200 into 20, that is two parts, top flange and bottom flange, then 210 into 10, that is the web height into thickness of web. So we will get this area as 10100 mm square area. Okay, then y1 bar is equal to y2 bar, so we will consider it as a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by summation of a1 plus a2, a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. Okay, so a1 is 105 into y1 is a1 105 into 10 into 105 by 2. Okay, so that is 125 minus 20, so that is 105 into 10 into y1 bar is 105 by 2. Okay, plus area is 200 into 20 into 125 minus 20 by 2. See, you can 200 into 20, that is area, 200 into 20 into total is 125 minus 20 by 2, 125 minus 20 by 2. So divided by a1 and a2. So a1 is 105 into 10 plus a2 is 200 into 20. So we will get this as y1 bar and y2 bar as 102 mm. It is 102 mm. Okay, so therefore ZP is equal to first of all a by 2, so a we have got it as this, so that is 1 0 1 0 0 divided by 2 into y1 bar plus y2 bar. Y1 bar is 102 plus y2 bar is also 102, y1 bar plus y2 bar. So we'll get this as 10302 1030.2, sorry, 1030.2 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. Okay, that is, we'll check once again here. So 102 okay, 10, that's correct, into 1030.2 into 10 raised to 3. So therefore Sheff factor is equal to Zp by Ze. Zp we have already here 1030.2 into 10 raised to 3 divided by Ze. Ze we have got it as I think we have got Ze is equal to 910.273 to 10 raised to 3. So we'll get the Sheff factor as 1.132. So we got the Sheff factor as 1.132. Okay. Then also the MP is equal to sigma y into Zp. We already know that MP is equal to stress into section modulus, that is Zp, because we have to find out the value of plastic moment capacity, that is MP is equal to sigma y into Zp. Sigma y is given as 252 into Zp is 1030.2 into 10 raised to 3. So we'll get this value, that is MP is equal to 259.6 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Okay, so we'll check that. 252 into 259.6 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Okay. So we got both, that is Sheff factor is equal to 1.132 and MP is equal to 259.6 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. So they are asked to calculate the Sheff factor and even MP. Okay. So welcome back, students. So now we'll find out the Sheff factor for T section. Okay. So we'll find out the Sheff factor for T section. So in the previous classes we have found out the Sheff factor for different types of cross sections. Even we have found out for we have calculated for I section also. So in this section we will calculate for T section. Okay. So for the properties they are given, the flange is 100 mm by 10 mm and the web is 90 mm by 10 mm. Okay, understood. Then so first of all, the Sheff factor S is equal to Zp by Ze. Sheff factor S is equal to Zp by Ze. Okay. So Now the elastic section modulus ZE is given by again I by Ymax, I by Ymax. Okay. So we will find out the neutral axis. Okay. So that is nothing but Ymax. Okay. So now location of neutral axis, we have to locate the neutral axis. For that again I will use YT. So with respect to top fiber. Okay. So that is summation of A into Y divided by summation of area, summation of A into Y divided by summation of area. So with respect to top of the flange, so that is again 100 into 50 into phi A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2. So that is 90 into 10 into 50 phi divided by total area 100 by 10 plus 90 by 10. Okay. So you can check here. So with respect to top, so 100 into 10 area and the distance y, so that is from top fiber, so it is 10 by 2, so that is 5 mm. Okay. So that is 100 into 50 into 5. Now for web portion, so the area is 90 into 10 into again with respect to top fiber, so 90 divided by 2 is 45 plus 10 mm, total it is 55. Okay. So that is 90 into 10 into 55 divided by total area. Okay. So therefore we will get YT is equal to 28.68 mm. YT is equal to 28.68 mm. So therefore YB is equal to 100 minus 28.68, 100 minus 28.68. So we will get this as 71.32 mm. YB as 71.32 mm. So therefore Ymax is equal to again the maximum of these two. So Ymax is equal to 71.32 mm. Okay. So you got Ymax is equal to 71.32 mm. Okay. So now, so we'll just notify that here. So the YT, so this is YT with respect to top and YB bottom. So YT we got it as this as 28.68 and YB we got it as 71.32. Okay, 71.32. Now we'll calculate the moment of inertia. We'll calculate the moment of inertia. Now moment of inertia. Okay. I think we have to find out the moment of inertia. Okay, yes, because we already calculated the moment of inertia I. Okay, moment of inertia I. So Ixx is again I self plus A square, that is I self plus AH square, I self plus AH square. Okay. So that is, so it is 100 into 10 cube, that is BD cube by 12, I plus area is 100 into 10 into distance H is it is 23, so that is 28.68 minus 5 mm square, so that is 28.68 minus 5 mm square, plus again for web part, B is 10, BD cube by 12, 10 into 90 cube by 12, plus area is 10 into 90 into height is 71.32 minus 45 square. Okay, so is equal to, we will get this as I x is equal to, we will get this as 18,000,44 mm square, 18,000,44 mm square. Okay, so I'll just explain, okay, with respect to figure again. Okay, we can see here, so again we have divided into two parts, that is the flange and even the web. Okay, so for web, the flange it is 100, that is B D cube by 12, so 100 into 10 cube by 12, and in H is, you can see, from center of the flange to the neutral axis, so total is 28.68 minus 5. Okay, so we have done here, okay, 28.68 minus 5. Okay, then for web part, so web is B is 10, D is 90, B D cube by 12 into this distance is, this is total is 90, so the centroid will be somewhere here, so that is 45, and we want this distance. Okay, so 45, okay, 71.32 minus 45, we will get this distance, understood? So 71.32 minus 45, we will get this. Okay, so we have done same. Okay, 71.32 minus 45 square, so we got I. So therefore ZE is equal to I by Y, so 18,000,44, the Y max is 71.32, so we will get ZE is equal to 25239 25239 mm cube. So we got ZE. Okay, ZE. Then after that, plastic section modulus. Then next is now plastic section modulus, plastic section modulus. Okay, so which is again ZP is equal to A by 2 Y1 bar plus Y2 bar, A by 2 Y1 bar plus Y2 bar. Okay, so where area is equal to 100 into 10 plus 90 into 10, 100 into 10 equal to 90 into 10, so we will get area is equal to 1900 mm square, 1900 mm square. Okay, so now, so therefore equal area axis, equal area axis is, so again we will assume A by 2 is equal to width of flange into H. A by 2 is equal to width of flange into H. It is width of flange into H. Okay, clear? So A by 2 is 1900 divided by 2 is equal to width of flange is 100 into H. width of flange is 100 into h. So we'll get h is equal to 9.5 mm from top. So we have located the location of equal area axis. So that is 9.5 mm from the top of the flange. Okay. So we'll have a sketch for that now. Okay. So here, so according to the equal area axis, we have divided the cross section into two parts. So you can see this part is in black color, which is a upper part or the part above the equal area axis, and this is a green color. Okay, it is a part below the equal area axis, and we have divided based on, because we have got h is equal to this, we have got h is equal to 9.5 mm. Okay, we have got the location of equal area axis from the top edge of the flange, that is 9.5 mm. So the total thickness of flange is 10 mm, but it has divided now. So we have left only 9.5 mm flange. Okay, because of equal area axis, the 9.5 mm flange is divided, and the remaining 0.5 is got added into the part which is below equal area axis. Okay, understood na? So it was a T section. So because of equal area axis, this part is above the equal area axis, and this part, the green color, is below the equal area axis. Okay, and the total thickness of flange is 10 mm actually. Okay, but because the equal area axis is located at a distance of 9.5 mm from the top flange, so that is h. So we have left only the thickness of flange above equal area axis, that is 9.5, and 0.5 mm which is added the part below the equal area axis. Okay, so now we have to find out y1 bar and y2 bar. Okay, so now we see here, so this part is purely rectangular, so y1 bar is directly what? Depth, that is the height divided by 2. The y1 bar is directly height divided by 2, but we have to locate y2 bar for this equation, y2 bar for this equation. So we'll calculate for that. So therefore here, as we know, h we have got it as 9.5 mm. Therefore y1 bar is equal to directly h by 2, because it's a rectangular shape. So 9.5 divided by 2. So h, that is y1 bar, will get it as 4.75 mm. So y1 bar we got it as 4.75 mm. Now y2 bar. So again we have to use a1 y1, a2 y2. So that is 100 into 0.5 into 0.25. I'll explain this, plus 90 into 10 into 0.5 plus 45 divided by area is 100 into 0.5 plus 90 into 10. Okay, so I'll explain here. 100 into 0.5 into 0.25. So this is 0.25. 100 into 0.5 into 0.25. Yes, we can see here. 100. So okay, sorry for the bottom this thing na. So 100. So this width is 100. So we are going to find out the y2 bar for the part below equal area axis. Okay, so this is 100 into 0.5. And because it's a rectangular section, so again it is 0.5 by 2, correct? So 100 into 0.5 plus 0.5 by 2. 100 into 0.5 into 0.5 by 2 means 0.25, plus this part is again rectangle, so 90 into 10, 90 into 10 plus 0.5, and that is, sorry, 90 into 10 into 0.5 plus 90 by 2. So that is 45. 90 into 10 is area into the distance of the centroid, that is 0.5 plus 90 by 2, that is 45. Okay. So we will get y2 bar is equal to 43.12 mm. Okay. So therefore ZP is equal to A by 2 y1 bar plus y2 bar, A by 2 y1 bar plus y2 bar. So A by 2 is 1900 divided by 2. So y1 bar is 4.75 plus y2 bar is 43.12. So we will get ZP is equal to 45476.5 mm cube, 45476.5 mm cube. So therefore the shape factor is equal to ZP by ZE. So ZP is 4547.6.5 divided by 25239. So we will get the shape factor as 1.8. Okay. So we have calculated the shape factor for T section. So we have got it is 1.8. So that is ZP by ZE, we got it as 1.8. Okay. Okay. Thank you.